Hi everybody, it's Haneke here again, and today I'm going to show you some fantastic locations where you can build your Halloween camp, locations that already have a Halloween vibe. So let's get right into it and have a look. The first location is Alpine River Cabins. This is a well-known spot located in the forest, so it's safe from being nuked, which is always a plus. You don't have to worry about whether or not somebody's going to nuke your house. But what's really great about this area is there's these sound effects that you can hear all the time, screaming, rumbling like an earthquake sort of sound. There's a few low-level enemies, they're not hard to get rid of. If you follow this wire up the hill all the way to the end, you'll come to a tree with a terminal in it. If you read the stuff on the terminal, the secret of Alpine cabins will be revealed. So that's the actual cabins, but we're looking at spots to place our camp. So you can't place your camp in amongst the cabins, but you can come out here onto the road, and there's all sorts of stuff going out here on the road. For a start, this sign, Route 88, is an important one because it marks a random spawn point of the traveling kind. So if you come up here, you'll often find something going on. There is a random spawn happening at the moment, but it's at the other end of the road. He'll be back in a minute. Up here there are two resource piles, not close enough to use them both at the same time, but you can use one or the other. This one is a wood pile. Now you know you can put a resource machine onto wood piles. Some people don't realize that you can. If you go into your, once you place your camp machine down, if you go into your build menu and look at resources, just go through and find the wood one. A wood resource machine will produce 40 wood before you have to collect it. It's pretty handy, especially if you're low level, because you're always running out of wood. Now if you come down the road a little bit, there's another resource pile which is a junk pile. Now junk piles are always fantastic because, especially as low levels, you can never get enough scrap to complete building projects. So again, you can place your camp machine anywhere around here. The best thing about these two spots is you can hear the screaming in the background, so it's perfect for spooky builds. And you've got your random spawn point on the road there, so you can check that one. I'm pretty sure that the traveling spawn is one that includes the rare clothing salesman, the robot one. Number 2, the Sacrificial Pyre, slightly to the north of Vault 76. You come up here and there's this sacrifice scene of skeletons being burned. It's a bit creepy, but I think this would make a perfect spot to build a witch's house. It is a little bit slopey. I think the house could go nicely on this hill behind the Sacrificial Pyre, and it would be a fantastic front area because the actual pyre is flat, and if the house was just behind it, it would look great. A spooky witch's house with a sacrificial pyre in front of it. I think this is a great spot. Number 3, the Mothman Altar. To the west, over near the Mothman village, is this fantastically spooky tree. There's all sorts of Mothman effigies in front of the tree, and I discovered 3 cats wandering around while I was here. So this is a random animal spawn point. Not the kind that you can tame because they're in groups, but still they will appear in your camp if your camp is built here. Look at that cute little kitty. So you can place your camp machine anywhere in this area. You could incorporate the altar right into the middle of your house, or it could be part of the yard. It's fairly flat around here. You've got the 3 kitties, you've got the beautiful altar. There's about 4 dead cultists at the base of the tree which will spawn ammo and weapons and stuff for you to scrap. And you've got the Mothman home base just down the hill. Don't forget we're about to have the Mothman Equinox event, which will be staged at Point Pleasant just down the hill. So this would be a perfect place to live during that event so that you're right next to it. A really great spot. Number 4, Kanawha County Cemetery. Now this is a great one. It's again in the forest. I've built my house here in the past. The best thing about this location is this gate. Just check this out. You can incorporate this into your build so it is the front entrance to your house. Look how beautiful that looks. You've got this lovely cemetery right here. When I built here, I built on that little road just behind the gate. Now, you can place your camp machine in numerous spots, but it is limited. So you have to sort of walk around and see which spots are allowed and which spots are not. I chose to build on the little road just behind the gate because when you place your machine there, it actually gives you a build circle which incorporates a lot of other areas around it. There is a big Mothman church up the hill, so you do get cultists coming down, but if you have a few turrets, they take care of the cultists. There's a little Mothman altar with Mothman eggs, which you can use for recipes. But look at that beautiful gate. It's gorgeous, and it makes a perfect spooky entrance for your Halloween camp. Number 5, the little pumpkin farm. Now this is one that I discovered recently by mistake while I was looking for a different house. Now it is in the middle of nowhere, so you go to the Hornwright Estate and you head towards where this marker is. We're aiming for the little bend in the road there. So if you place your marker down, you can run straight through the bushland towards the marker and you will find it. It's as long as you get to the road on the other side, you'll find it. It's easy. This first house that we're coming up on is the little pumpkin farm. There it is. And on the other side, there's another farm that has a lot of corn, and down the road is another house which I'll cover in another video. Now this little pumpkin farm, it has a cute little house with a boarded up door, but you could easily put a shelter entrance over that door. It has a big open shed where you can put all your crafting machines. It has 6 pumpkin plants, which are perfect for Halloween because it allows you to build all the pumpkin based things like the pumpkin racks and the jack-o'-lantern heads out of pumpkins. My low level took over this house, and I'll show you in a second what I did with it. I decorated it with a lot of pumpkins and it just looks cool. I put all my crafting machines into the shed. Plenty of space and lots of atmosphere. Now another cool thing about this area, well, he's not cool. Stop shooting my windmill, you. Another cool thing about this area is just over the hill are 2 random spawn points that can spawn the witch and the skeleton, which drop plans for the witch costume and the skeleton costume. So if you just run straight over the hill to the east, look who I found down here. She did have a costume for me. I already took it. But this is a spawn point that you could check each time you are here. There is a second spawn point nearby. I have a different video about spawn points which has a map. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you liked those 5 locations. I have more locations, but I'm going to put them in a separate video. Let me know if you used any of these locations and how you liked it. Until then, I'll see you around Appalachia, and this is Haneke signing out.